Brakathe Howell, Brakathe Awashai, Brakathe Howell, Brakathe Awashai, Brakathe Howell, Brakathe Howell, Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, true well, salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim to Sadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic is going to be a response to Cardi B being named Woman of the Year by Billboards. And her response was, and whether she knows it or not, was a spiritual response. She said, I represented America. I represent America. And she does. You know, only in America and pretty much the Western Hemisphere with Cardi B, a woman that is very shameless, influencing the mind of the daughters of Israel to commit whoredom. And destroying what it is to be a woman, really, you know, at least according to the Bible. And actually by definition, which is a female servant. Now, Cardi B has a song, WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, which talks about, not cooking, not cleaning, pretty much being a complete freak and a whore. That would be fine when it's done in the privacy of your home with your husband. But to do it publicly, that's a sin, because the scriptures say that there should be no whores of the daughters of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which you're primarily the listeners of this type of music. You know, yes, other nations do listen, but, you know, this is Jake. Jake is the one that, the Jake woman is, you know, twerking, sticking her tongue out, influencing the nations. All being fueled by Esau, right? The so-called white man. This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. So women like Cardi B and women in America in general are at ease, right? They don't need a man, as they say, until time of peril. You know, Jacob's trouble, trust and believe. According to Isaiah 4:1, you women are going to be latching on to men. And I know you don't like to hear that, but it's just going to be the truth. Men are physically stronger than women. And, you know, Cardi B is not accepted in places in the Middle East, you know, where they're women in order. You know, but here in America, she's being named Woman of the Year. Now, a young girl will see this and aspire to be like Cardi B. And this is how you mold the mind of a generation. You attack the youth. Cardi B is nothing new. She's just Little Kim. She's Foxy Brown. She's just that of this era, you know. And something that the so-called white man has been doing for a number of years. You know, hypersexualizing the black woman, the Latino woman, and the Native American woman. Which our women are fine as hell. Curvy, thick, sweet. But you're not supposed to be putting that on Front Street. And Esau knows this, you know. Before, you know, music videos are what they are today. When Elvis Presley was dancing, they used to cut off his lower half, right? Because they was like, yo, that's too much. Then you had certain of them Bible Belt Edomites, Christian Edomites, that would burn his records. Now look at what the music has become. You know, you watch these music videos. These women are practically naked. If this place was to go on, they would be naked, just like how they were in ancient Rome. Because what? America is Rome coming back, and everything she embodies, everything she represents is America. The spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, the spiritual Egypt, the spiritual do whatever thou wilt, you know, complete defiance of the Most High. Cardi B's not going to rap about the Most High in her lyrics. And if she does mention God, she's mentioned the God of this world. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, right? And that's here in America. This scripture can't pertain to every country of women being at ease. You know what I'm saying? That's heavily here in America. It says, hear my voice. You think women are at ease in Afghanistan and Iraq? It says, hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Right, careless, right? I don't cook. I don't clean, you know? Just, oh God, the lyrics are crazy, you know? And the woman now today, she don't have to go out hard and work. What she does, she makes an OnlyFans account. She makes an Instagram account where she's just pretty much selling her body. You know, that's here in America. You know, the moment the man speaks up, you know, you shouldn't talk to a woman like that. But yet, men and women are equal. So there's a lot of double standards. But the scripture says that what? A woman should compass a man. That's a part of the prophecies. So that has become the norm here in America, and people are content with that. It says, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. You careless woman. Right. So there's gonna come a point in time during Jacob's trouble, martial law, when all hell breaks loose, where people are gonna see that gender roles are actually a thing. Okay. There's certain things that men are meant to do that women aren't meant to do, and vice versa. Genesis, the third chapter, and the 16th verse tells you that a woman was created to be in subjection to a man. I'm gonna go ahead and read that. I didn't have it on the list, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Lord willing. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So the Most High is gonna humble a lot of these women out here. There's many different Cardi B's out there. They just have different names, but that same spirit, like she says, I represent America. That American woman spirit, that liberal liberty type spirit, is gonna come to a close. That's why the scripture says, "Give them that liberty to get abroad." You know, you got women out there that are driving Uber, driving Lyfts, driving these different cabs, and guess what? Blowing rods, hooking up with the passengers, and going back home to their husband. And as the scriptures say, they wipe their mouth. Adulterous woman wiping her lips like she ain't do nothing, right? So the dude finishes on her face, finishes in her mouth. She spits it out, she wipes it off, and just goes back, mouthwash and act like nothing happened to her husband. These are the things that's happened here in America. The Most High, the angels, they see everything. They see everything, and there's gonna be judgment for all these things that I'm mentioning. We already see that judgment is happening to little Boozy. I seen a brother did a lesson on that. The Most High is taking out his Lord willing might take out one of his leg, right? Because he gave the middle finger to the Most High for talking about he can't eat pork. So the Most High is going to judge all these wicked Israelites, the 2/3, if you will. Okay, it says, and judge America too. Isaiah 32:12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns. All right, so I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna go to what I mentioned in Genesis real quick. Genesis 3. Let me go with 15. 16 rather. Genesis 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Right. So it says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. Right. So this applies to woman. We know that this is the curse because one, you can't take any medication to ease childbirth. Two, that doesn't happen to any other mammals on the planet Earth. When animals have kids, they just have them. Right. So this curse is upon mankind, womankind. Right. And this goes back to what Eve did in the garden. By the way, Eve was a so-called black woman, you know. So was Adam. Adam was a black man, so-called black, all right? And and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So this is the role the Most High set up, you know. And when you deal with these women, that spirit comes out at times. You know, when a man deals with a woman, primarily after sex and humbles her, she starts to latch onto him. She starts to get clingy. Does the man get clingy? Not really, you know. The man is more concerned about the hunt. Once he's got the chick and slammed it, and slammed it a few times, he starts to get bored and wants to go with the next hunt. But what does the woman want? The woman wants him and him only, and she wants him to be all about him. She wants him to be all about her. So there's a different spirit, man, between men and women. You know, you're not gonna hear men say, "Man, you used me. There's another dude." Niggas don't really care, man. You know, they just kill it and move on. Women are the one that get emotional because it's in their spirit to have one man, whereas a man, it's in his spirit to have multiple women. And the Most High designed it that way, and had a woman outnumber men for that specific purpose for bearing children. You know. But in this society, you know, they put women on a pedestal. They act like women are rare pieces and dimes, and the scriptures tell you that you dimes are gonna be pennies in that day, man. Most High's gonna do a great humbling. Woman of the year. It's crazy. Now, Proverbs the 31st chapter goes all into what a righteous woman should be, but I'm not gonna read the whole entire chapter. I just want this little third verse right here where it says, "Give not thy strength unto woman," and that's what men do here. The scriptures also say many have lose their wits for women. You know, you glorifying this woman, plastic surgery, just complete degenerate, really. Uh, you know, This guy Offset buying her Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis. Again, I'm not just targeting her. She's one of many. You know, this type of spirit of this really Queen of Heaven spirit here in America is contrary to what the scripture is all about, man. You know, the scriptures, the Most High deals with men. You know, this Bible is for men, and it's up to the man if he wants to teach the woman or not, or his kids, you know. But this thing is you know, the Most High is what they call misogynist. He's all about the men. That's what he deals with. But here in America, you know, the double standard is they say they're equal, but really they put women above men. And really what that does too is just destroy families, man. You know, you got a chick staying in college, she's 31, she not ready to have no kids. You know what I'm saying? To find somebody because her standards are really high, she still want to live a life after. All that shit is just doing is just breaking up homes, man. Black families and Native American families and Latino families, man. It says, give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth king. So, you know, this lesson is pure for edification. I'm not gonna go to bed and lose sleep tonight that Cardi B got Woman of the Year, you know, but it's just what she said. I represent America. It's just what volumes, even though she didn't know what she's, you know, she didn't know the force of what she said when she meant that how spiritual it was. I'm gonna go ahead and read this too, concerning this biatch. If you get offended at the fact that I said that, well, this is the scripture. It says, Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Isn't that Cardi B shameless? She goes out there, she tells you, you know, how, why your box stink, what you should do, clear up your box, completely naked, walks around in panties and bras. No shame whatsoever, right? It says, shall be counted as a dog. Now, what's a female dog? A bitch, you know? So by definition, according to these scriptures, she's a biatch. It says, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So when a woman walked around in the ancient world, her head was down. You know? A lot of these chicks look you in the eye. And sometimes these women walk shamefaced, but they really, you know, sluts and whores anyway. So the curses hit us, man. You know, the curses hit this place, and America is a full blown example of what not to do according to the Bible, you know? Um well, who knows, man? If this place was to continue, a transgender might get Woman of the Year next. Wait, I think that already happened. Wow, wow. You see that? I think that happened with that dude, Jenner. That's America for you. Like that dude said, "This is America." Some shit like that. Some song like that. Childish Gambino. Yeah, but was it Caitlyn Jenner, which was born a man, got Woman of the Year. So look, this is Babylon. This is the land of confusion, and this is the land that ought to be destroyed and will be destroyed, man. All right, I'm gonna sign out. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Most True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. Shalom.